Hey there, it's Matthew with Finsanto again. I'm coming to you here just to talk a little bit about what is Finsanto-rize. Some of you may have noticed on our website, we've got a new special called Finsanto-rize. Comes with a few items on it, so I wanted to make sure to go over those items so that we can kind of have an idea of why we're offering these services and why it's so important to take care of these services as the weather gets colder. If you haven't figured out already, Finsanto-rize is a fun little play on the word winterize. The first thing on the package is the charging system check. This is important because as the weather gets colder, it actually affects how your battery operates. Same thing with your cell phone as well. If you put your cell phone in the freezer, the battery is actually going to lose its life. Also, don't put your phone in the freezer. It's just a bad idea overall. But your car, on the other hand, has no choice. As it gets colder, it has to deal with it. So we recommend checking that charging system, including the battery, to make sure we catch any issues before it leaves you stranded on the side of the road. Next up, wiper blades. Wiper blades are pretty self-explanatory. They make sure that you can see as you're driving down the road. As the weather gets colder, you're going to start to see more weather events, more rain, more clouds, all of that. It's just the way that changing temperature works. So, since we're going to be seeing a lot more rain, you're going to be using your wipers a lot more. So we recommend at least checking your wiper blades, replacing them if necessary, so that you're not caught out when it's raining trying to find wiper blades, because we all know nobody has wiper blades when it's raining. All of y'all that have been here before, you have seen our inspections. We are still keeping up with that digital inspection tradition. You're still going to get pictures and all of that information on what your vehicle's doing and where it's at right now. The inspection that you're going to get with the Finsanto-rize is going to focus more on those items that we expect to start seeing having issues as the weather gets colder. We're going to do a much deeper dive into your fluids, make sure that we're double checking those fluids there. These sorts of things will help to make sure that we're not missing anything that will become a problem in cold weather that haven't been an issue or haven't even been a concern during the hot weather that we normally have here in Texas. All right, let's talk physics. If you go ahead and open up your textbooks to page, I'm kidding, there's no textbooks. But as the weather gets colder, air pressure in any system goes down. Well, your tires are full of air pressure. So as the weather gets colder, you might start seeing that tire pressure light come on. That's just because the weather is causing the air pressure in your tires to dip. We recommend just topping it off as the weather gets colder, especially as it's going to get even colder here in the next few weeks. You're going to see that start to go down more and more. So catch it ahead of time. Tires pressurized to the right pressure help to make sure that those tires last longer, and it helps the gas mileage. If you're anything like me, the gas pump hurts every single time. Finally, let's talk about the plus part of Finsanto-rize Plus, the coolant exchange. So contrary to popular belief, your coolant doesn't just cool your engine. It actually keeps it at operating temperature, which means when it's cold, it helps disperse the heat of the engine to make sure that everything is nice and even. For this reason, it's very important that the chemicals in your coolant are at the right levels. If not, it can lead to corrosion, it can lead to overheating, or it can lead to the freezing of the fluid inside your engine. Ice doesn't really transmit heat very well. So it's important to get these checked to make sure all the levels are good, make sure the pH level is where it's supposed to be, and if it isn't, getting it replaced before it gives you problems when it gets real cold out. I'm hoping that we don't get another great freeze, but if we do, you want to make sure that your coolant can handle it.